Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm here to review Being Mary Jane, episode 9. I forgot the title of it, but whatever. Let's move on. I'm still hanging in there, and I see some other people are still hanging in there with me. Thank you guys for hanging in there. So let's get moving. All right. When it opens, Mary Jane is celebrating being nominated for a Grammy. And all the while, she's excited about that. She's making the cake, and because she's a baker, she like in the last season, she always was like, "You want me to bake a cake? You want me to bake a cake?" She's always cooking and making different stuff, which I like that part about her definitely. Um, but the downside to that is that human trafficking piece that she did. The ratings weren't that great, and the big boss who doesn't seem to identify or connect with her at all. Said, yeah, congratulations on that, but did you see the ratings or whatever? And she was like, yeah, how could I miss it or whatever? And she was like, oh, it was an award show on that night or something. She said like to take away from like, oh, they were watching that instead of watching me. He was like, no, they weren't watching that because like in so many words that piece was boring and we trying to tell you, but you just don't want to listen. Kira is kind of siding with him, but she's a straddle the fence type of person. In some situations, she did tell well later on in the show, she says that it's dead, it's outdated. You shouldn't be doing that in so many words, but she's like trying to have a balance between staying on Mary Jane's good side and staying on the boss's good side because as I did find out in this episode, Kira's like her partner. She's like the person who they bang, ideas off of each other, and Mary Jane is the one who actually gets out there and is the person who takes the brunt of a lot of stuff because whoever is seen, that's who gets it, not the people in the background who may have gave you a bad idea or um um a bad made a bad decision or did something that totally messed up what you were trying to portray. And I always say that when I'm cooking food or whatever, wherever I'm working or whatever, if somebody makes a bad choice on the menu or they have a bad recipe or whatever that they want me to follow or whatever, and then I have to go out there and serve it to whomever, the kids, the staff, whoever, and they're looking at me like, "What's wrong with this? Why is this looking like this? Why it don't taste like it tasted the last time?" I have to catch that. So anyway, yeah, Kara's kind of getting on my nerves. Um, and Mary Jane is trying to run ideas past her or say, try to get, as they normally do, this what works, what doesn't work. She's just being a bee about everything. No, that's not. I don't like her. She's seeming more like she's definitely siding with the boss or whatever, but I don't really know what her deal is. Like, I don't know. I think they're growing apart. I really think that she doesn't she doesn't see what Mary Jane sees, and some people are like that. They can't just say, "Well, let's agree to disagree." They have to be like, "Well, if it's not what I'm saying, then no, it's a no go. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to entertain it. I don't want you to talk about it because I don't like it, so it's not important." And that's not good. That's not a good way to think. Like you're in a job where you're working with people and you're doing the news where things can change all the time. Something that you might like, just even in food with me. I don't like certain foods. I don't eat certain foods, but that does not mean I'm going to stop my money and say, "Oh, well, can you do this and that?" "Oh no, because I don't eat that." That's narrow minded, and it's not a good way of thinking. You have to be open to so many things. I mean, the word diverse is just that. You have to, if you're a chef, you can't say, "Oh, I'm only going to cook soul food." When I went to school, we cooked in every region. We had some Chinese, we had some Asian, we had some um uh what was it? Oh God, what is it? Something Pacific Island. Well, Islander food, French, all kinds of stuff, and it opened my mind to so many different types of food, so many things I eat now that I never really just considered it. I'm not the type of person though that would just be like, "No, I don't like that." And you'd be like, "Did you try it?" No, and all my friends know. I'd be like, "What? Don't come to me and say you don't like something that you've never tried because I don't play that as a chef. My job is to open your palate up and let you experience the things that I experience. Okay, you may not like it, but don't say something as narrow-minded as, oh, I don't like that. Well, you ate it before. No. Well, then how do you know you don't like it? Anyway, um, after that, with Kara and the boss and MJ goes over to Val's house, and it kind of seems like she just shows up there, and it's late, and she tells Val, "I'm outside" or whatever. Come on, let's go celebrate. Val comes out in her robe. It's chilly. It's in the night air. Even though they're in Atlanta, it gets a little chilly or whatever. Well, it gets cold. I know from what my cousins down in Atlanta was like. I don't know what's going on. You must have sent some of your Philly down here to Atlanta because it's been a little bit too nippy. So she's like, oh, come on, whatever, whatever. She's like, Mary Jane, like, I'm not going out with you. I'm just getting myself ready for bed or whatever. And Mary Jane is being sarcastic and saying little smart stuff about, oh, yeah, because, you got so much to do, trying to just kind of downplay that she's a mom. She's a psychiatrist, so she's working. She has a husband. All of that's a job within a job. You know what I mean? Being married is a job. Having kids is a job. Having a job is a job. And then the time that you try to orchestrate for yourself is a job, because when you can get with your friends, they can't get with you. When they can come to you, you can't come to them. So I mean, I know how that goes. But anyway, they actually talk in the car or whatever, and they're like on a laughy type, funny type, sarcastic, but like in a funny type of way. And she asked her, did she talk to the girlfriend Lisa, who Mary Jane had that blow up with 3 weeks ago? And she was like, yeah, I talked to her. And I mean, you could reach out to her. And she's like, no, I'm not in the mood for that or whatever. I'm just asking you because I know you talked to her to see if she's okay or whatever. And she says yes. And they just don't want to whatever. And she was like, we'll get together with him. She said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to downplay. I know you're a mom and whatever. And she said, no, it's sometimes it is hard for me to juggle everything. So that moves on. So we actually see Mary Jane laying on the bed the next time, and she seems very content and very loosey goosey. And then we see why, because what is his name, Cuddy Buddy or whatever, is over, and they do what they do, whatever. And then she's laying there talking to him about the job, because a couple of episodes ago she said to her, "I'm not just your Cuddy Buddy. I talk too." So she was like, I know, but whatever, whatever. So she called herself talking to him. Oh, you see my little side? This is my little side basket weave. Y'all checking me out? I'm sitting in front of the window so y'all can see me. Because it's dark in my house. But anyway, yeah, this is my little side up sweep. I'm going in. I don't know, I gotta pull that down some or more. But anyway, I'm channeling my mother Africa, because that episode yesterday made me feel so empowered. It kind of, with Mary Jane, that episode just about black women and how we're not seen. It hit home in a lot of ways. So I didn't feel like now, because I'm like, I don't always want to come off as this angry black woman, stereotypical, or I'm always complaining or whatever. I'm never satisfied with what's going on, and my mom always taught me, you don't just settle for what people say to you. You ask questions. Why? Well, why is that? Why? Especially if it does not make sense to you, or you see somebody else doing exactly what you're trying to do, but they're telling you no. I've always been like that. At every job, I can say that I've been always, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done some things that I shouldn't have done too, but the basis of it, back when I was younger, I was like Chuck D, fight the power. If something made me mad, boom, 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 they heard it. And that hurt me, because they would like things that I should have gotten, promotions that I shouldn't gotten. I know that I got, especially who they gave the promotion to. I know I should have got that, but it's like, oh, you don't have the right to speak up for yourself. Now, they could be very well wrong in what they were doing, but they don't want you to say anything about it. They don't want you to voice your opinion, especially if you're right. And like, who are you to put me in my place because I'm trying to do something wrong to you? And as I got older, I learned to fight my battles a different way. And at this point in my life, I'm not going to be at a job struggling and not being heard, and just, being a little stressed or just like irritated. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was at a government installation for 20 plus years, and I didn't settle for that there. When I saw the opportunity to get out and follow my passion, I did that. And can it be scary sometimes? But it can. But I know God has me, and at the end of the day, You know what I'm saying? This path that I'm taking was chosen for me. So who am I to say, oh no, I'm gonna still sit here in a job that I just absolutely hate to go to? But no, if that's what it is, that's what it is, and I have to know that I'm gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? And then if I have a job or I do something where I actually get no money, but I'm cooking and I'm enjoying it or whatever, that might not seem realistic to some people, but it's realistic to me because if it makes me happy, I'm gonna do it. And where there is an open heart and an open mind, there are blessings and they are flowing, and they will be bestowed upon you, which will bring the money, which will bring the opportunities, which will bring the people. And I mean, that's happening to me right now. I'm getting older, but I feel like I'm having more life experiences and more opportunities that's making me really happy than when I was actually in the good government job, sitting at a desk, monotonous, not really loving it no more, just being spiteful in my mind, just being there. You know what I'm saying? So back to the show. I'm sorry. So Mary Jane was talking to the Cuddy Buddy, and at first I thought when he said, "I'm not just here for the physical, I can be here for the mental." Oh, he has body and brains. No. Anyway, so she's talking to him and she's trying to explain what's going on with her and Kira, how there's this saying they're partners, but she does the behind the scenes part and she's the one that's in front of the scenes. And he says something really dumb like, she said, "Yeah, I guess if I was trying to do my black talk or I was going to trying to do something, and my name was Cynthia Susie, it would be okay." And he was like, "Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Because why would you change your name from Mary Jane?" And she just looked like, "Okay, baby. I'm gonna go get your little cue cards, and we're gonna do the alphabet, and we're gonna do what the did." Okay, so you are just for that. You're just for the body. You're not for the anything else. But anyway, I just was like, "Oh God, I can't believe it. He's dumb." Um, so she goes over to her dad's house and she's trying to tell her dad how she's feeling about the situation with Kara. He goes into, "Oh, you're just like me. Back in the day, I was doing the making moves and fighting for people to get their pay and this, that, and the third." She was like, "Yeah, but I'm trying to, because what had happened was for out thou Romeo, because I used to be Shaft back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Can you dig it? All right." And she's like, "But Dad, I'm trying to," and then the mom come in, Sugar Avery, come on, Sugar. You remember when you was trying to be down there, whatever, but you didn't want to do this because you was black. You didn't want to lose your job. Oh yeah, but I got their money though. Yeah, but at times it's and you was just that number. You was Shaft back the day. Can you dig it? I sure can, honey. That man Shaft was a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about you. They just kikiing all over each other. Just last season, he was about to mess around with the little lady who knew she was sick and was out of the picture, kind of. She stayed up in the room being all, crazy and wearing her little wig when she come out, even though her hair was down to her booty. Then she pulled it together when she saw some chick moving in on her dude or whatever. But anyway, Mary Jane is like, do they even hear me? Do they even see me? You know what I'm saying? Again, my own family don't hear and see me. Maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that, and I'm pretty sure it ain't just black women, but we're talking about black women, and for the most part, I could definitely identify with "you don't see or hear me" until I'm then it's like, see how they act, see how she acting, see that's what they do, and it's not the truth. It's like that's the only thing that gets your attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when I, even with my son, when I'm like in the cool, can you do this? I need you to do that, whatever. It's hours later. Nothing has not been done. When I go in his room, do you want me to explain it, delete it, snatch around, collar up? I don't care that you 6'2.5". I don't care nothing about that. Because if you came out of this canal, the wrap up is real. Face to face. Just like I used to do him when he was a little kid. Is there a problem? Do we need to talk? Do you need to have something to say? Do I need to say something to you? All right, then get yourself together right now, and I mean now. You know what I'm saying? That can happen at 6'2". Do we need to talk? Do I need to do this? Da 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 da. Okay, get yourself together, and I mean now. And when I say shut up, I mean shut the hell up. Okay. Anyway, so Patrick still has his daughter, and The daughter is little. She misses her mommy, and I can see, you know, what I mean, even though her mom is a crackhead, she don't look at her mom like that. So, out of nowhere, the crackhead's mother comes over, crackhead grandmom, because I don't like her. She was suspect. She came in the door asking for money, even though she was like, "Oh, here's some muffins." She probably stole them. Here's some muffins or whatever. You know, it's no problem for me to take Deja. But by the way, Tracy had stuck me for some money, this, that, and the third, whatever. He was like, I don't have no money. I can't pay Tracy's debts. Well, you can't ask your family. But she was dead wrong for asking him, because if that's your granddaughter, that's your granddaughter. If that's your daughter, you need to eat that loss. But they're so used to running to his family or whatever, and he's so used to running. Like, the saying is, you can't expect people to treat your family better if they watch you dog your family. If they watch you dog your family, they're gonna dog your family. If they watch you talk shit about your family, they're gonna talk shit about your family. Let me tell you something. Both my mom and my grandmom is gone, but there has been times that me and my mom was beefing. We was gang warring, and my grandmother and me will be talking or whatever. Then we switch to my mom. Yeah, cause Linda, that, my mom, you my dog, and I rocks with you like that. But even though I'm mad at my mom, that's my mom. Don't talk about my mom. You right, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right. I'm just saying. So me and you can say deuce deuce. So we can, you know what I mean? We could do our thing. We could do our sea walking. This is just a joke. I'm not trying to sea walk or deep or blue. I'm not no blood, no crip. We ain't got no problems. We ain't got no problems. But just as long as we stay Swayze, I'm gonna need you not to talk about my mom. I can be mad at her all day, and that's, you know, anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's even friends. I was just telling my friend Dennis, hey Dennis, me and you could be beefing, but a mutual friend of ours is not gonna come. No, we beefing. We beefing. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I have been in a situation where I have been telling another friend, this is what happened. If that's why I'm not talking to this one, or this is what happened between me and her, or me and him. You know what I'm saying? But that's just explaining what the situation is. But all of that, you know what I mean? No, we're not going to do that. You know, I try to keep it real. Like, I have friends now that they know if I come to you, like if it's something, I'll be like, listen, I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? We might fall out and I might be mad and don't speak to you, but at the end of the day, I gotta forgive you because God forgave me and He forgives all of us. And I'm no better than God. But back to the story. All right. So grandmom is like, oh yeah, I need the money. So he pulls out $65, and I'm like, Patrick, why are you doing that? Like, that's why they feel like they can do that to you. Finds out Tracy's ass been uh um arrested for shoplifting. So we know she back in that street. Why would she be out there shoplifting? Then you leave your baby. She calls, actually, after the mom goes in and goes. She never said, well, let me take Deja to school. Then I don't really want Deja around her either, because suspect, like I said, suspect junior and senior. So the county calls or whatever. He accepts the charges. She's like, oh, Patrick, I got it. I was doing. He was like, why would you be doing that or whatever? Don't judge me. It would have been click. Judge that dial tone, because I don't play no games with you. First of all, you know Wolf and Tweet over the phone when you in the bang. Okay, you locked up and they won't let you out. Don't. Yeah, I'm saying you left my daughter in here by herself. You could be up on charges of abandonment of your child, and you could have more charges. So watch your tone. Anyway, they get through that. She's like, my bail was $3,000. He like, what the? Well, what did you steal? A diamond? Anyway, so we get past that. But yeah, they all kind of get on my nerves, and it irked me that Patrick gave the mom that money. But anyway, so the white boss sees, and I'm saying the white boss because that's exactly what I mean. The white boss seems, or the white supervisor, because I don't have a boss. I tell people all the time, oh no, I don't get in trouble when I don't have a boss. I have a supervisor or a manager. I don't have a boss. Anyway, boss is my God. All right, so he's venting to Kara, like, you know, in a sense, Kara rode for Mary Jane in a sense, because she really didn't say too much when he was like, why don't she just, I don't get it with her. She's this and she's that and she got this and she makes more money than us. Why can't she just do the damn job and shut up? And Kara never said, well, why would you talk about her like that? I don't even want to hear it. She listened, but she didn't say anything. So that was kind of like sideline co-signing and not straddling the fence. Again, I can't stand a straddler. Either you one way or you other. Don't straddle the fence. Anyway, He was like, she needed to shut up. I mean, they have the president. She has Jay-Z and Beyonce. What? What the hell do Jay-Z and Beyonce have to do with Mary Jane trying to do her show about the voice of black Americans? Like, what the, and what else did he say? He said some other stuff. Oh, the Carnival cruise line is owned by black and some of the credit card. I was like, is he serious right now? And she just walked out. Okay, you need some coffee, all right? I'm gonna get going. But anyway, um, oh, and they have the NBA. Excuse me, the NBA. Yeah, they have the NBA, but it's run by a bunch of Jewish guys. But let me shut up because it's about to get political. I'm neck rolling. Anyway, so MJ is going shopping. She looks like she's going to the mall, whatever, whatever. And she's waiting for a space, and this other car is waiting. So she's like, are you going to go? What's going on? So the guy doesn't see that the space is open, I guess, because he seemed like he was just sitting there to me. So she pulled in. I was trying to pull into that spot, this, that, and she said, well, God, sir, you was on the phone, like you didn't see it, and I pulled in. Uh, something, you black bitch. Oh, that's how you want to get. She said, okay, so not bitch, not arrogant bitch, not greedy bitch, just black bitch. He was like, yeah, and you look like a monkey. And she was like, you look like a black ugly monkey. Cut the commercial. All they would have saw was this. Yeah, cause are you kidding me right now? You was on the phone and wasn't paying attention, so now it's her fault that she took the liberties of pulling into a open space that belonged to no one. So she took that, and she didn't go off on him like you would expect an angry black woman to do. She went and did her shopping, came home, set her bags down, and boohoo cried. Now, I can say that I could see myself doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I could see myself doing the same thing, but it was a lot. And more than not, people think that way. More than not, people, whether they say it or not, they do think that way. And it's like, wow, that's all you saw about a parking space, and you're a man. To me, when you're a man, you should act like a man. I don't care if you're Asian, white, black, whatever. I don't care about none of that. If you're a man and you see a woman, you should be like, okay, well, that's a woman. I'm gonna let her go. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go ahead on about it. But it became a race thing with him immediately. Black this, black that, black, black, black. But if you say that, oh, there you go playing the race card, bitch, that's the card I was dealt. So I'm always in my hand. That's my joker. Bam. You know when you got the books, bam. That's my big joker. That card. There's no other card. That's the one I play because that's the one I was dealt. Anyway, Val comes over. She re-gifts Mary Jane. She was like, "Did you re-gift me?" She was like, "I just wanted to come over and celebrate because I know I really didn't have time for you, whatever." And they talk or whatever. But she gets to telling Val that I feel like unless people need me, family members, friends, whoever, need me to help them with something or pull them out of a jam or talk them off the ledge, my phone does not ring. I don't feel connected to anybody. Anybody. And it's like, is it me? You know what I'm saying? Is it me? She tells her about the guy in the car or whatever. And she was like, listen, you gotta actually she didn't give her any answers. She was like, let me go get some more coffee. So I guess they talked about it more extensively. But I can say that I feel the same way in certain instances. If it's not listening to this person go on and on and on, after I probably picked up the phone and said, well, I was busy, I was doing something. Yep. I know, but hold on a minute. Let me just tell you this real quick. Yep. It becomes a song. Yep. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Or a family member, oh, well, listen, this is that, okay, my mom was that person too. She was like there for friends and family or whatever. But sometimes watching over the years, it don't seem like she got that same thing back. And I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. So they go to the next scene is they're in the boardroom. They're in the room talking about the black issues and how she wants to turn it into black talk. um talk black. I'm sorry. And Kara's just sitting there unbothered, like rolling her eyes up in her head. Everything Mary Jane's shooting out there to her people, and the people shooting back. That's dead. That's not gonna work. I might be off sequence. I'm sorry. That's dead. That ain't gonna work. Neck rolling and you corny. Like this is how she's coming off. You corny. Like that's some played out bullish. I don't know why you keep trying to revive these dead ass stories about that black ish. You corny, Mary Jane. So she's just like, okay. Um then Mary Jane goes on to have a panel with some people. What is it, Angela Davis? I think she has more than one name. I've seen in Essence, and then it was another man there, and it was a lot. It was other black people there, just talking about how they feel like the black men when they put out the article that black women are ugly. Not they're not attractive. They can act ugly. Black women are ugly. Not and they just got to talking about just the plethora of beauty, all shades and colors. There's no other race that can say that we can be all different but still be one. We can all be sisters and still be light skin, dark skin, caramel, very fair. Because at the end of the day, if your daddy black, you're black. You know what I'm saying? They see my complexion, they see a light chick, we the same. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like, the black women were speaking up for them, but the black men weren't. And they made a very good point. I say to my son all the time, and I don't care who don't like it. I'm not going to teach you that's bad. You got to have us. You got to have, when you get older, you need to marry or whatever, within your race. I cannot say that I haven't tried to instill that in my son, but I always tell him no matter who you get with, if they love you, I'm going to love them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about who loves you and who really rides for you or whatever. It's not always about, what I want because it's your life. And but I always tell him too, no other woman is going to love you like a black woman is going to love you and ride for you and push you and encourage you and be mad with you and cuss you out and let you get away with some things or whatever because she know deep down that you had a good mom and she raised you to be a decent dude. But men are all born, all of them, when they come home and that wrapped up, when you have to wrap them and fold them like they're a little burrito, they all come with a little script. I'm gonna act like an asshole. I may cheat. I may do dumb shit that act like I want to get caught. I may just. They all come with that script. So it's just a showing. I knew when I had a son. It's one day some girl's gonna call me Miss Shonda. Did Mikada da 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 da? Or his wife might have to vent to me. And I said, but if she love you, and like I feel like she shows that she really, I'm gonna ride with her. I'm gonna come down to the club wherever you at with my bunny slippers on and my fabulous pajamas and be like, get your simple ass home to your wife and kids and act like you was taught to treat women with respect before I open-handedly slap you in the mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna do that to my son. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, but yeah, they were saying how we didn't have the support of black men, and I do feel like that sometimes because it's like, what are we really teaching our girls? You want now, you don't, the girls that you're liking and saying is cute don't look like me, and all your family members look like me, like what we look like. Some natural, some wear weave, some whatever, but all just natural beauties, just good looking or whatever, and whatever we got, big nose, eyebrows, long chin, whatever. I own what I have or whatever. But and I'm not knocking nobody else because I wear all kinds of different hair. Like I might have this today. I might have something. People know me. I might have it all bald. I might have a afro. I might have it long and straight. Anything, but beautiful in its sense because we just are natural beauties. We come from kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, why do you go right to picking something different? Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but why, if you see this all the time, why do you definitely go to get something different? I don't understand it, and I don't want you to think that that's better because it's different from what you're used to seeing. Because on what was it, the brothers, Jennifer Lewis was talking to all of the girls. Gabrielle Union was one of them, trying to figure out what the hell was going on with Morris Chestnut, and all of them was talking. It was like, listen, we invented love. You know what I'm saying? We invented that shit. You know what I'm saying? We make love what it is. I just don't understand it, but We do need more support, and we will push our men to go to get your prostate checked out. What's wrong with your eyes? You need to stop smoking. Get your blood sugar. Get your Claire. Wasn't she always pushing? She was always pushing Cliff to take care of himself. Did you ever once hear Cliff tell her to take care of herself? Yeah, she was taking care of herself, but she wasn't a doctor and she wasn't a lawyer, and he was a baby doctor. So this is what I'm talking about. It's always some woman in back of some black man trying to get them together. But you said I had fibroid tumors in 2007, and I had to get them. Nobody really knew. They just knew I was sick, and I was in the hospital. Almost died because my bowel was obstructed. It was just a whole big thing. It wound up and like almost lost my life, and nobody really knew that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knew that. Had a blood clot when I was pregnant. Almost lost my life, but nobody really got it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, yeah, it kind of got to the end when she got to Sheldon. She got home or whatever. Sheldon called, and it was like she said nobody ever calls. He called and was like, "You had a good show, whatever. Have you eaten? You know, I just want to take you out or whatever." He winds up taking her out to Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, Patrick. We go back to Patrick. Patrick goes to see Tracy. Tracy is in there huffing and puffing as usual. Who hell's my baby? Tracy, knock it off because you left her. And he was like, yeah, you know, she's fine or whatever. She's making it, but she do miss you or whatever. And she was like, oh, can you get the money? You gonna get the money? What's up with the money? He like, Tracy, like, and he had already asked Mary Jane for the money, and she gave it to him right away because she had just said, unless I'm trying to help, they don't have nothing to say. But he was looking at it like she didn't even fight me, so she gave him the $3,000. But when Tracy asked it, your sister can't do it. I was there for you, and I can't stand for somebody to throw up something that they did for me. If you was there for me, then you was there for me. You got my child, so you should have been there for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand women like that too. This first time they need a man, you want to throw up what he has, what you have done for him. If you was there for him, then you was there for him, whether he can do it back for you or not. Because you should never do things based on what somebody's done for you. If it's coming from the heart, then shut the hell up. So anyway, so he told her no. He did have the money, but he told her no because I didn't like the way she was acting entitled and, oh, they better help me. Your family, I know your mom don't like me, but your dad, your sister. Again, it's because of how he's handled it or whatever. So I know this video is long. I'm sorry, but I just had to get my stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Those who have sticking. Those who have stuck with me, I appreciate y'all. But today I just feel compelled to talk because it was just hitting me. It was just boom, 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 boom. It was just hitting me. So he got up and he left and he went to that school and he paid that baby's $500 lunch bill. What they give him the baby? Lobster and caviar. What the hell? But she do like to eat. She got him for them $3 for them cupcakes. I said, you better get your cupcake money. Anyway, but the vice principal, I think that is natural hair, chocolate skin, looked like she took the Hershey kiss. That's how her skin looks, smooth, nice bright eyes. You know, she talking, nice looking girl. She's, you know, kind of, you know, telling him, oh, I didn't expect you to come back, but it's nice, you can pay your bill. And she was like, if you need anything, if you want to talk or whatever, here's my cards. And then he was like, okay. He said, all right, I said, now that was nice. And she's somebody with some kind of dignity. She's somebody that is prestigious, you know what I'm saying, with some cash about something, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like something could develop with them. And I hope it does because I like Patrick. I think he sometimes gives up because it always seemed like he's walking into walls or whatever. He's beat. He's not still like the younger brother. He's a little broken. And I feel like the right chick, right woman would be good for him. And Deja and whoever else. I think he has other children. But I like that. And I felt like the fact that he came back with that money to pay actually helped her to see him a little better too. He didn't, and I don't mean like in a gold digging way. I meant like, okay, he's trying to get it together, because there's nothing like a dude who might be struggling or whatever, but he's doing what he's supposed to do. That is so attractive. I always say, I would rather ride the bus with a dude who got his little uniform on, but he going to work every day. He like what you need, he helping pay whatever he need to pay. You ain't got to be like, oh, you still need that? Did I say I didn't need that? Yeah, I still need that. Don't ask me dumb questions. Are we still living here? Is the phone and stuff and the gas and electric and the water still on? Well, then yeah, I need that. Don't ask me that. That means you don't want to do it. Anyway, so Sheldon and Mary Jane get together. He gives her the what she was looking for. You had a good show. Let's go eat. He takes her to a chicken spot. They talking. They having a good time, and boom, that was it. I think. But remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I know I should always say that at the beginning or whatever, but I don't. I just like to get right into it. And like I said, I appreciate the people who are still following my channel, or have subscribed and still watching my channel. And that's all I have. But like I said, oh, on a side note, like Kira makes me want to punch her in the face, and it might come to that next week, because I think it's the season finale or whatever. So you guys take it easy, and I hope you have a good day. I'm about to run to the IKEA. I gotta pick up a couple of things, and I'll talk to you later, man.